Hello, Kansas City. This is DJ Professor Smooth Jazz, and we have a special interview on KUAW with our featured guest, North Tunes, and that's spelled with the two number letter two, U U N E S, Tunes, from the ATL lead guitarist. Go ahead and say hello to the KC listeners,
On
Mr.
KC and the
Tunes.
Chiefs. What's going on? I love them Chiefs, man. Yes, sir. But happy holidays, everybody. I'm glad to be here. Thank the radio station, everybody. And hey, I'm ready to get with it. This time tomorrow, man. It be 2021. Let's do it. Let's do it. Like some KC barbecue, baby. Now you see it. Now you don't.
Well, you're a Chiefs fan, so you're gonna be popular with the audience. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Come on, man. It's real football. It's like real music. Like real gumbo. You gotta have it, baby.
Yeah. So, Tunes, tell us
Yes.
about your new project.
Oh yeah, I'm really excited about it. It's a remix of Anita Baker giving you the best that I got, and it's fitting for right now and everything. Cause we got to give everything we got and give it our best so we can build back better. You know what I'm saying? That's a very good statement. And I recorded it and produced it with Chris Big Dog Davis. And so it's got a nice spin on it, man. And so I hope everybody check it out and let me know what you think about it. Go out there and support a brother on tunes.net. But it's all on all the social media platforms, iTunes, CD Baby, Amazon, stuff like that. And also you can get it off my website, which is at number two, UNES.net.
So, I've listened to the selection, and I say this to all jazz musicians: they always add their flavor to it, so it doesn't always sound that you hear it and you say, "Oh, I heard this song before," but hey, it's nice, and they all add a little flavor to it. And man, I'm telling you, I love this song.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Yes, sir. That's what it's all about. Because, the music is good, but it's always, for me, it's always meant for the listener. Because if everybody played it, it wouldn't be good. So the music is designed just for the listener.
So yes, and uh, I know I did talk to you a while back. Was that not this summer? Last summer, you had a visit here in KC, and you played at the Stories, that restaurant
Yeah,
across from the.
it's at 18th Street
Yeah.
and I can't remember the other name. Yeah, but we had a great time. Came in with my cousin. He stayed there, Thurston Smith, and they was actually doing a fashion show at the museum. And then we went and had the opportunity to sit in at the place right across from the Blue Room. It's called the Corner now. And then I was able to get a gig down at the Surrey. That's what's called Surrey the
Hmm.
following night. So we had a great time, man. Did get some barbecue there on the other side of town, but it was great too. So yeah, I'm looking forward to come back there, man. And I met the guy. What's his name? The bass player lives Julian Vaughn. And
Julian, yes.
met him, man. And I wanted to really get a chance to hear me play, but I think he left out that the corner before we had a chance to play. But I get him next time.
Well, I'm gonna look forward and maybe this time get to personally
Yeah,
meet you
I know
because
you
we
was
have.
running around handling things, but we gonna corner you down next time.
Yeah, so we briefly got to talk to you on another radio station that
Right,
where but it was kind of we called you. I had you call in. We had
right.
other guests, so we really didn't get to go in depth. And
But I
you
appreciate it.
say you say your roots now are from you. You live in the ATL, but your roots are from.
Dayton, Ohio. That's where the all
Dayton.
experience started from back there, man. And dealing with a lot of my hometown talent from the Ohio players, to Slade, Heatwave, Lakeside, man. We got Roger Zapp, and the list goes on and on. So I had opportunities to play with some of them guys, doing some shows with them, and and now we at the smooth jazz, era. So, but still, that's where the basics started from.
So when did you go to smooth jazz?
It's in the last 15 or 20 years. You
Mm-hmm.
after coming out of with the playing behind the band and all the singers and all that kind of stuff, man. Then you eventually merge into what your sound is or what your sound would be. So that's how it came about.
So when did you? Some musicians they started at a very early age.
Yeah,
I've seen some 4, 5, 6. So when did you start getting
about around
interested in?
10 years, 11 years old. Yeah,
Hmm.
right.
So did you start with the same instrument, get lead guitar?
Quick story. I actually started on trumpet for a year or two, and then
Hmm.
I said, man, I don't know. I just something I fell in love more with the guitar, so I ended up, just start doing the guitar, and then.
Hmm.
But now, even on gigs, some nights, man, I wish I did play trumpet because I can get up out of there faster.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Just your mouthpiece and the rest of the trumpet
Hmm.
in your case, and you go, man. With guitar,
Yeah.
I got pedals, amplifiers,
Hmm.
microphones, but it's all good.
Yeah, and you might have to have more room in the vehicle with
Yeah,
the
true,
with
man.
all your equipment.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. Mm, so true.
So what do you think of your visit here in Kansas? You said you liked it here in Kansas City, but I know, man, the ATL, y'all got warm weather, and
Yeah, but
we it,
it's always, you want to venture out because you can get, uh, new fans. You know what I'm saying, and that's a historical place where a lot of great jazz people has played and came from. So it's always good. You know what I'm saying. You got to build that fan base. So it's all good, man. It's
so how
all
are you adjusting to the 2020? We got the COVID, so entertainment, especially with uh, social distancing, so many people, places,
mm,
shutting down to control the virus. So now we kind of forced to
right,
go to the social. I had to learn too
right.
because the way situation's changing
Oh
now.
yeah, I would put it as adapt and change, man. It's all about adapt and change, and it's looking like a little bit more light is coming at the tunnel. But I was able to do certain little personal gigs, and I did some other little gigs, but we make sure that the venting and everything was in order, and you still got to stay on top of that. So we're processing it and looking like a little bit more. Light has been shed on situation once we get some new administration in and get some more things in order, and eventually America is going to bounce back, man. And so that's why I'm coming out with the single. I can't get me in live yet, but you can still play it over the over your whatever kind of outlet you have, or whether it be CD or the radio, or like streaming. So it's all good. You gotta stay at it, man. You gotta, create more different opportunities to get your stuff out there. So when everything do crank back up, you can, maybe put yourself in a position to go play live. There's no
Now,
substitute for live.
mhm. And you also had two other selections I had played. Now that one selection with the initials MJ. Now,
Okay, right.
so who is the MJ there?
It was, Michael Jackson, man. He was just
Yeah.
vibe,
Uh-huh.
just, listening to Michael Jackson
Hmm.
was. And so just showing, some respect to him, and that's
Hmm.
what it was. And it was kind of instrumental because, anybody got ears that was listening when he was around, they still, you definitely
Oh
listen
yeah.
to the song. You was affected one way or another. You could
Hmm.
away from it, TV, video,
Hmm.
radio. So it's all good.
Hmm. So did you? uh, are you one of the musicians that self-taught, or did you attend music classes, or?
Yeah, you know what? It's really a combination of both. It started off with
Mhm,
just self-taught, and then
mhm,
I got some technical training. Down the road, they have a school here in Atlanta. It's called AIM, Atlanta Institute of Music, and I went there. It's a 2 year school. You get this associate degree, and that really helped me out with a lot of different holes and loops and stuff like
mhm,
that. And I actually where I met this one keyboard player, and I ended up working with him on the four CDs. And so,
mhm,
and now I'm headed to the fifth CD, but I'm moving with different artists to work with. Like I said, I worked with 2 songs already with Chris Big Dog Davis, and
mhm.
I'm getting ready to get with Bob Baldwin. He's a renowned keyboard player, man, and great producer and writer. And so, moving in that direction. So, and I'm looking for either in 2021 to put out a new CD, and so that's what we're looking at.
Yes, in Kansas City, we're here with North Tunes Woodall. Now, so where'd the North part come in on your name? Always.
I had no say so in that when I was born. Now that's actually was my daddy's name, and so
Hmm.
and that's how North came about. And so
Oh,
in
okay.
Dayton, and I used to try to play with different bands. I had
Hmm.
so many songs, man. That's why Bennett just a nickname for me to call myself Tunes because I knew a lot
Hmm.
of songs. I used to tell the
Okay.
cat, "Hey, man, just give me the list and I'll meet you at the gig because I
Hmm.
already got the songs."
Hmm.
And that's the truth of that. I had this was a very great moment. My homeboys Lakeside, they came to Atlanta and and they was doing outside funk fest, man. And the original guitar player was under the weather, so the lead singer, he was actually my drummer, and that was 1966. Okay, we was in the first band ever. So he called me, man, and said, they need a guitar player. So he said, meet them over to the stadium. And man, I went over there, man, and that was the biggest stage I ever played for. It was like 17,000 people, man. We had
Hmm.
Brother Johnson, Midnight Star on the show. Even though these are well, they good music is good music. It's not necessarily that right there, smooth
Right.
jazz, but I'm just
Hmm.
telling testimonial. But I had an opportunity and to be hit with them, and because I'd already know I've been knowing every one of their songs all my life, so but it was a different when you just go up there and play with them, man. You know what I'm saying? You had the opportunity, so I always appreciate that from my partner Mark Woods, and I never will forget that, man, because it was awesome.
Well, I grew up in that, and I'm around teenage, graduating around most of those groups
Right.
that you played with. So yeah, I was buying their albums, and we were
Yeah.
jamming to their
You know what?
selections.
Yes, indeed.
Especially around about the time I graduated. Man, Lakeside and
Oh yeah.
Midnight. Well, Midnight Stars a little later,
Right.
because music hits the Kansas City area, probably hits other places before
Right.
it hit,
Right.
the area,
Yes,
So
indeed.
so I know that like the East Coast
Right.
and a lot of Philly, Detroit,
Mhm.
most of them get the music before
Right. Right.
before we would get it. But yeah. So do you also write? Uh,
Yes, sir. I do. I write, but I work. It seems like the better. I do better when it's collaboration.
mm-hmm,
Like
mm-hmm,
working with keyboard players, and so.
mm-hmm.
Uh, but I really know that I love playing more than anything. But
Oh, okay.
it depends on the chemistry I get with somebody, man. I can, be able to make different suggestions and offer this, and so, it works out better because I don't have to. I'm never tripping about it. It's got to be all my way, man. It's just all
Mm-hmm.
about whatever's going to sound good, make it best. I'm good for that.
Yeah.
That way, I stay learning, man.
Mm-hmm. So who influenced your music career?
Uh,
When you were younger, did you have some? Well, some people are fortunate to have parents that play,
uh,
and
my dad played a little bit, but they wouldn't. I never seen him play. He say
mm-hmm,
trumpet
mm-hmm,
back then. My
mm-hmm,
mom, she sang or whatever, but I never did.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's a great question. But you really don't have enough time for me to tell you how many people influenced me because
Yeah.
that's why my music is I consider like a gumbo because there's so many different kind of artists that I
Hmm.
like. When
Hmm.
I always listen to, see, this was back in the day, they had the Ed Sullivan show, and I used to
Hmm. Yeah.
watch that. And when you got on there, you would have the James Brown, the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, and so then I was still listening. They know how we had WDAO, and they was bringing a big radio station. They was bringing all the R&B artists. So by the time I was in the eighth grade, I still was listening to rock music and stuff. I started listening to rock music, but I was always listening to still the soul music, Aretha Franklin, Temptations, all that James Brown was coming. I was liking that. Then Sly was coming on, but then I started going to a lot of rock concerts. Was first one I went to was Grand Funk Railroad. I
Hmm.
10 years after Alice Cooper, Jethro Tull, and I met Chicago, the lead guitar player in 1970, man. I was just in the 10th grade. And so, and I still have a lot of that music today, man, right here in my library, man. I mean, because it was just great music. Then at the same time, I was listening, the Shy Lights, the Intruders, Delphonics. I was, listening to that. So when I need to play and get something, I see Santana, and it just goes on and on. But some of my main people that I always still like was the Isley brother, Ernie Isley, what I'm saying, and then George Benson, what I'm saying, and a guy named Jeff Gallup, and it just goes on and on, man. I just love good music, and artists, whether it's a saxophone player or trumpet or guitar, it's the vibes that they putting out.
Funny that you talk about rock music, but it just appeared that I also Santana
Yes, sir.
and Buddy Miles
Oh, I seen them live.
and, Iron Butterfly, all those.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Yeah,
so it was just I don't know if the promotion of that,
right,
but in our community, where black community where I lived, urban area, that
right.
yeah, that music was also played,
Sir, yes, sir.
listened to.
Right, right, right.
And it just seems funny that when you mentioned that, I was like, man, I was brought up on that actually, because one time this younger guy, when the Iron Man movie came out,
Mm,
and I think Sting did the
right,
remake or something. So
right,
when I was explaining to him about Black Sabbath, that was their song, and they really couldn't play that song
right,
on the mainstream. They did an
right.
edit, radio edit for it,
Yes,
and
sir.
what kind of worshiper they were. And he was saying, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Well, see, you're younger, and
Right.
when you came in on it, it was a little different. A
Yes, sir. Yes, that's so true.
lot of history, and music, And I was where I worked at. These kids had heard me play smooth jazz, so they were asking me about smooth jazz, and I was telling them about how the in with black people and the music, how it kind of evolves, and the
Right,
younger people get it.
right,
Because I said, you listen to rap music, but when I was growing up, there were guys that have music and poetry. They would
right.
use poetry,
Black
and I
poet.
said it reminds me of your music that you just goes a little faster. I said it appeared rock and roll was a little faster than
Right.
the gospels and the
True that.
blues that other people were
That's right.
playing at that time.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
Yeah. Yep. So what else you got planned?
Well,
Uh,
just plan on getting this song out there and
mhm.
watching to what's going on, in the world today, and gonna be working on some new stuff here. Like I said, coming up in the weeks to come with a project with Bob Baldwin, and I'm looking for getting that out there so we have a follow up. So one day at a time, one day at a
Now,
time. Keep you
last
posted.
time we last time we were talking, were you affiliated with a radio station or something? You were telling me about.
I have my own radio station that's on my web,
Hmm.
and I'm looking to do some bigger and better things with that. So it's streaming 24/7. But I want to do some things parallel with like Pandora and other stuff like that. And so it's in the process of coming along. But all you gotta do is go to my website, which is 2unes.net. Scroll down, you can click on it, man. And that'd be some other things we could talk about on the side, man. And like to get your
Hmm.
input on that.
Okay. Okay. You doing any viral shows or
Not information.
performances?
You know what? But I got one. I'm glad you said that. I got one I made a commitment to do with this lady from out in Seattle. They want me to do something with the voting. So what I'm doing is taking one of my songs and we're changing the words a little bit, and they're gonna stream that. Then they're gonna put it out. We're actually gonna do it Monday, the day
Mhm.
before to get out and vote for this runoff we having here in Georgia. So
Oh yeah, that's right, man.
yes,
I've been kind of keep with the reason why is because I was man, everybody else has voted, but I'm looking at Georgia here.
yeah, so yeah, we gonna so that's something I'm gonna do, and I'm looking forward to. Me and my wife are just gonna do one song, then we're gonna talk about how the importance of voting. So, you got we got to do our part, man. So we're gonna do that, and so that's for the most part. But it's a lot of other stuff. I'm looking at doing maybe some more. I'm gonna get with some other people to find out what's going on. There's so many different opportunities, and I'm gonna try to take advantage of that. So in the upcoming future, that's what I should be doing.
But that's good to any kind of community service and
Yeah,
mix your music along with it. That's that's a powerful tool that you can use.
yes, sir. I'm looking forward.
So yeah, so I'm trying to figure out how do we meet? Any how
Through,
did,
I think we met through smoothjazz.com or something like that because dealing with them, they send you all the radio stations and stuff like that. And I had the info, and then I reached out to you. I think I reached out to you, and you was already kind of playing some of my music, and we built a report from that.
Mhm. And I know sometimes when I got music from CD Baby, it
Mhm.
would tell you about who purchased this or give
Right,
out information. So sometimes I know I got contact with jazz musicians through, hey, thanks for
right,
purchasing my music, and then I
right,
have my smooth jazz listen. Once I get that contact, I'll send you my playlist,
right.
so you get.
That's great, man. You're doing a great job, brother. You're doing a great job. So let's keep up, and keep on keeping up.
Yeah, yeah, and because hey, every day is not guaranteed,
Now,
so
that's
you
what
got to keep everybody in prayer.
that's right. Praying for the
Mm,
whole world,
yeah,
especially America.
yeah, yeah. Now we got we'll have to see how everything works out
Right,
after the vaccinations,
right.
but a lot of people, from what I hear, well, it's still gonna be some changes.
Yeah, yeah.
Not as not the way it used to be as freely. You got to still kind of got that in the back of your mind.
Right, 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 right.
That
It's a process. We got to ride the process out all the way through.
mhm.
Keep on.
So hopefully, next time you visit us,
Right.
you will get to see. Uh, we can invite you to the KUAW radio station. You can see the Learning Center,
Okay.
and Mr. Walker. He
Right.
works with the Black Technology
Okay.
family, Black Family Technology,
Okay.
and he does the robotics also
Okay.
too, and he's radio station, which he's mentored me and taught
Right.
me a lot of things. So if I'm doing anything
Right.
anything good, is because of Mr. Walker.
All right. We want to give a great shout out to Mr. Walker and his family, and
Yeah,
all. It's all good. Keep up the good work there. And I
yeah,
thank.
and
You know.
even with the Zoom and
Okay.
interviewing, he's
Right.
when you go do some interviews, Rick. When
Right.
you playing music, but you got to get some interviews in there.
Yeah,
So I
man.
want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to get that experience because he told me y'all got to get me in tip top shape.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's all good. You on your way. You on your way.
Mhm. Yeah. So the interview I did before was Brooke Alford. She's also
Right.
worked. Bob Waldron worked with her,
Oh yeah.
and Trey Daniels. He's from the ATL. But man, there's a lot of guys from the ATL that I communicate with. I
That's
would say, man, I wish Kansas City was like the ATL. Man,
yeah.
got all those jazz musicians down there.
Yeah,
Man,
you
I stay busy,
gonna get it there, man. You gonna get it. One
but
jab
hopefully,
at a time.
with communication through computers and things like that, I'll get to still reach out.
So keep reaching for it.
Yeah, I gotta put you in my. I gotta get a picture of me and you so I can put in my photo. I have a little
Yeah,
photo album with jazz musicians, so
you're right.
hopefully we can get you up here again.
Oh yeah.
I know they didn't forget you because I heard that yeah, you left some impressions.
That's now that hey, that's wonderful, man. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Leaving a good impression. So I appreciate it. So it's all good. So maybe in a month or two we come back and see how things going with the track, or by
Yeah,
that time I might have a new track. So we'll see.
yeah. All right, well, and Kansas City North Tunes. We want to thank you for giving me this time and talking to the KC listeners and talking about the Chiefs, man. I know you're gonna have some fans.
Yes, indeed. I got one request. I just want them to go to win the Super Bowl one more time.
Oh, oh yeah, 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 man. Hey, man, we not as scoring as many points as we did last year, but we still
Nah,
there.
don't take that, man. Don't take it 1 point, baby.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. As long as you win, it's as
That's
long
right.
as you win.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So it's all good. I think,
Okay. So
and
so before we leave, is there anything else you need to
just
would like to tell?
hey, everybody stay safe, and stay blessed and be careful. And when you get a chance, go out to my website and show a little love when you can. Keep listening to smooth radio station, KUAW radio. We appreciate you. Thank you so
Uh-huh.
much.